I can still hear his voice that night. Either you kneel at your sister's wedding, or you can forget about your tuition. He said it like a king handing down a decree. My mother looked away. My sister smirked. I just sat there, calm, silent. They thought I was trapped, dependent, helpless. They didn't know I'd already graduated top of my class. They didn't know I was making six figures. They didn't know I'd been planning this moment for years. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I smiled. Growing up, my sister was their sun. Golden hair, golden grades, golden future. Every conversation was about her recitals, her trophies, her beauty. I was the shadow, the difficult one, too quiet, too stubborn, too different. When she wanted ballet shoes, they drove across state lines. When I wanted books, they said, use the library. When she got into trouble, excuses were made. When I excelled, silence followed. I loved them anyway. I thought maybe if I worked harder, they'd see me. But love doesn't survive long in drought. The betrayal wasn't sudden, it was gradual, like a knife turning degree by degree. It was the Christmas when my father toasted only her. The birthday when my gift was forgotten. The college acceptance letter they never congratulated me for. And then the ultimatum. Kneel to her. Prove I knew my place. Or lose the future they thought they still controlled. That was the night I stopped being their daughter and became their reckoning. I vanished from their world. No calls, no visits, no updates. They thought I was struggling, failing, begging somewhere in the shadows. In reality, I was building myself brick by brick. Scholarships, internships, nights buried in code and contracts. Days smiling at bosses who underestimated me, while quietly outpacing them all. I rose, quietly, silently, until six figures hit my bank account and independence was no longer a dream. It was armor. They thought they'd broken me. All they did was sharpen me. When the wedding invitation arrived, embossed and dripping with excess, I laughed. Front row seat reserved for the dutiful sister, the one who would kneel. I RSVP'd yes, and I prepared. Step 1, I acquired the venue's financials. Not hard when you consult for their accounting firm. One overdue payment, one clause in the contract, and I had leverage. Step 2, I reached out to her fiancé's business partner. It didn't take much to make him talk. Turns out, the groom had been siphoning money from their company to fund this extravagant, perfect day. Step 3, I secured the microphone. One envelope, one flash drive, one perfectly timed interruption. The wedding day smelled of roses and money. My sister glowed in white lace. My father strutted like a general presenting his prized weapon. My mother clung to her pearls as if they gave her spine. I walked in, calm, silent. The prodigal daughter returned. When the priest asked if anyone had reason this marriage shouldn't proceed, I stood. Gasps rippled through the room. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I slid the flash drive into the projector and pressed play. Bank statements, misused funds, fraud spelled out in numbers. The fiancé's voice on recordings, mocking my sister, bragging about using her family's money as his safety net. Silence. Then whispers. Then screams. My sister's face crumbled. The golden mask shattered. My father surged forward, red with fury. "How dare you!" he roared. I met his eyes, steady. "You threatened to cut my tuition, remember? I graduated without your help. I built everything without you. And today, I took back my name." He froze. For once, he had no decree to give. The room wasn't looking at him anymore. They were looking at me. The groom stormed out under a rain of curses. Vendors whispered about breach of contract. Guests fled with scandal on their tongues. The perfect day collapsed, brick by brick, until all that remained was ruin, and me, standing in the center of it. Later, outside in the cool evening air, I watched my family huddle together, broken and exposed. My sister sobbed. My mother's mascara streaked. My father looked small for the first time in his life. I didn't feel pity. I felt free. They thought I'd be their useless daughter. They thought I'd kneel. Instead, I rose, and I turned their golden celebration into ash. Justice doesn't need fists. Sometimes all it takes is truth, delivered at the perfect moment. And I have perfect timing.